Here we are then, what we got here? We've got the Suzuki DE 800. It's a big V-STROM, isn't it? Really, really nice looking, like the colour scheme. This is going up against things like your Tenere, your 700 and your BMW 900s, that sort of thing. 21-inch front wheel, really nice. This is a more off-road version of it. You got the RE, which is more like the road version. I like V-STROMs, they're bomb-proof, aren't they? So we're going to take it out for a ride and see what it feels like. Back to our little spot in the middle of Cornwall that says no parking. Big seat, look, big seat, big passenger seat. Nice big contoured seat for the rider. Look at the screen. Just put that out of the way. The screen looks really nice. Nice black. All the different colours for the rev counter and everything. There's a mode switch which changes the traction control and that kind of stuff. And then you've got a switch there, the grey up and down switch. Changes all the things down on the bottom. So this is apparently got a full fuel tank. I don't know how real that is. It says it's got 170 miles in the tank. I would imagine you'd probably get a bit bigger. Oh, sorry, it goes 3/4 full, 170 miles in the tank. So I would imagine on that sort of thing, a full tank could give you, 250 miles, something like that, which is probably very good. Oh, this is a really comfortable bike to have on. I've just come off riding a Hornet, which is a bit of a pocket rocket. To get back onto an adventure style bike is such a nice thing. It's like riding in a Chesterfield chair. Nice wide handlebars. V-STROMs are just awesome bikes. It's no wonder they have such a big following. So it feels like the bike is a long way in front of you. Easy to come down through the gears. It's like some bikes you ride and they go, oh, the whole screen thing is very close and you feel like you're really in. This is it feels like it's a long way away. Easy to turn. Tyres aren't quite warm, I don't think, so we'll just have to be careful because the roads are a bit slippy today after we've had frost this morning and they haven't dried out yet. So they've got a V-STROM 650, they've got the 1050, both awesome bikes. And this is pitched obviously right in the middle with the 800. This is going up against things like a Triumph. I think they're 900s now, aren't they? The BMW GS 900s. The GS 900 for the BMW there is an absolutely phenomenal off-road bike. It's comfortable, it's a bit vibey through the engine, through the body, but nothing worse than anything else we've been on. It feels very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very planted on the road. You don't have to expel much energy to ride it, which is a good thing if you're going to be touring on it all day. Tips into corners nice. Good engine braking. This is ticking a lot of boxes for me. Obviously I like these kind of bikes. And it's chain driven, which obviously I don't like necessarily. But can't hold that against a good bike, can you? So my reference bike for this would be my old GSA 800, the 850, which I had for about 17 months. And that was a phenomenal bike, brilliant miles per gallon. It had its issues, that's one of the reasons I got rid of it compared to my GSAs. And if I compared that bike to this bike, they're about even, I think. I was trying to think there what I could say, but I would think that they are in the same league, definitely. The GSA 900 now has a bigger tank, I think. I think it's got a 24 litre tank, which give it a range of over probably 300 miles, I would think now. This is it is a quality bike, this. It really is a quality bike. So light to steer. It's very smooth, really. I mean, a little bit of vibration aside, but then you've got to expect that in a twin-cylinder bike. Very nice to ride, easy on the bends, nice upright riding position. Although the screen, I think, it does quite a good job, but I can actually feel the wind on the tops of my shoulders. Nothing on the helmet. I've got a peaked helmet, so I get nothing on the visor at all, which, you know, people complain about. It doesn't bother me that much, to be honest, if the visor vibrates. But I've got no obvious buffeting. We're doing 60 miles an hour from air off the top of the screen. It's quite a vertical screen, so it's clearly going right over the top of my head. But my shoulders, from my shoulders down to my elbows, feel. Sorry, he's going to launch himself now. Feel they've got the wind on them. I imagine big mirrors like this take some of the wind off the shoulders, off the arms, but yeah. That's a bit disappointing. If they had like a wing, just if you can see the screen in front of me, just a little winglet type thing above the indicator, I think that might make a big difference, you know. Because while it's not a problem today, the temperature is, trying to read it now, currently 11 degrees. And I've got a windstopper RST top underneath my Clinton jacket. While it's acceptable, and for the time we've been riding for quite a bit now, I find it okay. If I was to be on a tour, I think the wind on my shoulders would get a bit monotonous after a while, to be honest. Riding at, if you're doing motorway speeds, and it would very quickly, with the wind chill, cool you right down. But Toby's going to hate me when I go off and describe this, because this is a really nice bike. And if I was to had to choose between this, the 1050 and the 650, it would be a struggle for me to go to the 650, I think. Bearing in mind what most of my time is spent touring and all that kind of stuff. So this would be an excellent touring bike. In fact, because it's got the V-STROM DNA, if you want, it would tour anywhere. It would be an awesome bike, I think. Unfortunately, this doesn't have heated grips, which today would have been a bonus. It has hand guards, which are a little bit on the flimsy side, but you know, they're not designed for bashing through trees. You can buy the ones that are specific for that. These are just as wind deflectors, really, and to be honest, they're doing a pretty good job. I suffer with cold hands anyway on motorbikes through the vibration through my fingers, but my hands are actually quite warm, which is nice. I was riding a Hornet a while ago and my hands were freezing on that. But you know, why can't you put heated grips on, for goodness sake, fellas? It doesn't cost much. So the switch gear is very Suzuki. It's It's basic, it's functional. That's exactly what it says on the tin, which is great. And you know, these bikes, there's so many things, adaptations you can add to them. You know, for panniers, you know, you can style the bike however you want, really. There's so much stuff around now. Soft bags, hard panniers, you know, and it'd be easy to fit, I would imagine. But for the money you pay for this bike, what you get is a cracking bike, I think. When you were saying it's up against things like the BMW GSA is, I think, this is 84 brake horsepower. I think the BMW's gone up to 90 brake horsepower, something like that. It's had an upgrade. But so I'm 5'10". I can happily get both feet on the ground. Not flat-footed, but I can get both feet on the ground where I'm comfortable. You can certainly put one foot down flat-footed. So it's a tallish bike. It doesn't have electronic suspension, it just has adjustable suspension that is damping on the rear. I like it. I really like it, actually.
Is it your new bike?
I'll do it again.
The end.
Yeah. This is the V-STROM 800DE. I've always been a big fan of the V-STROM bike. And Suzuki used to do the big DRs and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, the DR bigs, and they're awesome bikes. And I've had single-cylinder bikes. I love them. My reference bike for this is my old BMW GSA 850, and I think this is on a par with it. I really liked it. It's an awesome bike, so comfortable. I got on it having just been riding a Hornet for a while, and I got on this and instantly your back aligned itself, your shoulders sort of sat down, and you just go, oh, thank God I'm riding something nice. The seat is gorgeous, really comfortable. I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. So Suzuki have got their V-STROM range, which is the 650. They've got this, the 800, and then they've got the 1050. They do two versions of this. This is the DE, and they do an RE. The RE is the road-biased version. This has got a 21-inch front wheel, which, you know, people go, oh, it's got a 21-inch front wheel, you know, it's going to cause you... I haven't got an issue with that at all. It rides just like any other bike as far as I'm concerned. It's smooth. You get the normal vibration that you would expect from a bike anyway, but it's just really nice to ride. Really nice to ride. Seat's gorgeous. Big pillion seat. Space for your luggage to go on here, I think. Floating luggage, whatever it is. I'm looking at, we've just been doing a review of the XR lookalike, and it's got a really dinky little exhaust on it. And Suzuki, always on their V-STROMs, put these massive exhausts. I was nearly touching it then. And I don't understand why there has to be as big as it is. So that makes it look a bit unsightly, I think. But they always have had big exhausts.
Well, I suppose when you're looking, if this is the off-road version, probably some of the reason that it's a big exhaust is because it puts it higher up. Yeah,
I suppose you could do that with, I don't know. Anyway, that's just semantics. Comfy to ride. Top box you could go on there. The thing about a V-STROM is they have such a wide following. People love them all over the world, you know. They've done so many different things with them, and you could buy kit to do whatever you wanted to do on this bike. You know, you could have soft luggage, hard luggage, top box, no top box, bags, you know. It's a really, really nice all-round bike. And I got on it, and I'll show you actually, because I don't always do this, Toby does. So it feels like instantly that you're riding a long way from the screen. That makes sense. You know, some bikes you feel like you're right on top of it and all the rest of it. This is just so relaxed, and it is light. I found that when we were riding you know, out to our little no parking area that we are here, go around the corners. Some bikes you really have to fight them. You have to wrestle with them. This just did it. It's like, oh, come on then, let's go. And it was just not an issue for it. I really liked it. Massive wing mirrors, or whatever you call them, rear view mirrors. Huge.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
I can get your whole head in that.
In fact, they're the same as the ones that are on that thing there in front of us, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But no necessary electronics. Hasn't got just electronic suspension or anything like that. It's got preload on the back here. Nice big clumps of rubber on the foot pegs, so that's nice. There's, you know, it's just does all the right things. But we look at the screen, and I like this. Ooh, service.
They're nice.
Really nice, isn't it?
You're a fan of black screens.
I am,
aren't you?
yeah. Yeah, maybe that's my my eyes or my dark side. Who knows? But 182 miles in the tank. I'm not sure what the tank size is, because we only just picked it up, but all the details will be on the video if Toby does it. So this works out, it's about 3/4 of a tank at the moment, so it's doing 182 miles. So let's say on a full tank you get 250 miles out of it. On a tour, you know, you'd be getting more than that probably if you're not ragging it. You'd probably get up to 300. So that's an amazing amount of mileage. Switch gear is pretty basic. You've got your stop start, your cut off switch here. It's just, it clicks. When it clicks, it clicks. You know it's in. It's just what Suzuki do. You got your main beam and your flash here, and you've got a mode switch. Now mode changes all these different modes here. So you got your ABS, traction control, and by adjusting it on this switch here, okay, I think it was on a 3.
Yeah.
Without looking at that, we're not really sure what that means.
No, so ride like a bag of bolts on the way home.
It will do, but we'll change it anyway. And the ABS, again, so you can adjust anything that's on here. I'll put it back to where it was because I don't really understand. Well, that would be dangerous, wouldn't it? So that's that. Also, if you're just using the flicky switch here, it changes all your speedos, your mileage, your trip mileage, all that kind of stuff, miles per gallon.
50.5, that's not bad.
Well, yeah, it's all right. I don't know what it was doing before. Engine temperature and air temperature. So it's just really nice.
Like what are the lights like?
The lights, don't know. I was riding behind them.
They look quite awesome, actually. They're quite small, but LED is the way to go, isn't it? Because the light distribution's so much better.
So this is up against like your Teneres, your BMW 900s, your GSs, the GSA. Although the GSA has a bigger tank than this, it has a 24-litre tank. I really like it. In fact, I like it a lot. You know, and if I had to if I had to buy the BMW GSA, the 900 and this, I think I would be tempted to go for this. Because it's cheaper. Yeah. But it's as good.
Well, and this is the thing this day and age, isn't it? Everything's gone up. And following a manufacturer just because that's the one you want, you spend lots more money. Yeah. And it's like going and buying for a charity shop. Not that this is buying from a charity shop, but you buy and you get some really good stuff at a cheaper price and it gives you a really good feeling. You've been watching the news recently, haven't you? No, don't watch that. But buying something like this, because this is the sort of bike you want, buying it cheaper, but getting just as much stuff on there and just as much enjoyment. Absolutely. There is a but. What's the but? And... Riding around on it today, this screen, it's not adjustable as far as I can see. It's bolted on. It's a very, very small screen. Yeah, because you've only... Well, it will be adjustable because there's holes in the back here, but you'd have to unbolt it, move it down, and that's in the highest position. Wouldn't want to move it down. Would you not? No, absolutely not, because I think in this area here, they should have little winglets or something, and the screen needs to be a little bit higher, although... Riding with the peaked helmet on, I didn't get any buffeting because it's quite vertical, so it was coming over the top of me. But this gap here is not covered by these, and from there up, we've been riding, it's been pretty chilly today, from there up, you could feel the wind all the time. Now, I've got underneath, I've got a cling jacket on, and I've got an RST wind blocker top underneath that. And you could feel the chill factor coming even through there. I mean, Klim is not a warm bit of kit anyway, necessarily, so you got to layer up underneath. And I was thinking, if I was on a tour, riding for a long time, that would be a bit of a bugbear for me. So I think this screen should be adjusted in some way.
Yeah, and you might be able to buy different screens, mightn't you?
Yeah, but, you know, I don't want it any higher because it didn't affect me with the peak hat on at all. It was coming right over the top. These take some of the wind out because they're so big, but just this bit here.
Yeah.
And obviously the chest was fine, but it's a really nice bike to ride.
And I really like the colour scheme.
I love the colour scheme.
That, you know, when they bring out new bikes and they go, this year we've changed the colour to blue.
Oh, it's dark, like, it's a darker black than you thought it was.
Like, can you not do anything different? But what I've liked about Suzuki's for the past few years, with their V-STROMs especially, is they're being quite out there with their colours and how they've contrasted. It's like Yodel, isn't it? Yodel's logo is two different colours, isn't it? Quite contrasting. Suzuki, that yellow and that grey.
It's not quite German battleship grey. It's like a British battleship grey.
It actually looks awesome.
And it's like a matte colour as well. It's not not shiny. But I agree with what you say about the colours, because on their 1050 they did an orange and white one, which is a phenomenal colour. I mean, it just looked really nice. And this would look nice in that. I don't understand why British people in Britain are buying these bikes. They're really quite dull.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you go into Europe...
triple black, for example, it's just all black.
You go into Europe, I've seen completely red GSs, you know, the whole thing, GSA, come on! People want different colours. So it's got all the usual stuff you'd expect. The reflectors, because they're all law now. The indicators don't stay on because it's not for the American market. It has a sun visor over the dash, which, you know, whether that works or not, I don't know. But nice. But
it's all a step in the right direction, isn't it? That people are recognising that make bikes, that people want decent kit on there.
Absolutely.
And rather than having to buy cheap sunshades you stick on things that don't work, they're trying their best, aren't they, to stop you having to buy extra stuff to use their kit?
Heated grips? No.
Oh.
I'm like, come on! Heated grips? You wouldn't expect to buy a bike in Europe without heated grips, unless you live down in the south of Europe, where it's getting warmer. But certainly, if a bike up in the north, heated grips, fellas. 100 quid to buy, 120 quid to buy new ones. What does it cost to manufacture? Nothing. So, come on. Come on! So that was my two bugbears about the whole bike. I think this is going to be a phenomenal seller for Suzuki, because V-STROMs are bomb-proof. They go everyone around the world go, oh, V-STROM. You know, they always get kit for them, and people like them.
And they're just really reliable bits of kit.
I will say about these tyres, these are Dunlop Trailmax tyres.
Oh, we like Dunlop.
We do like Dunlop. They're really good. Really good. I'm getting a set of Raids, is it I'm getting? Dunlop.
Yeah, Trailmax Raids.
Trailmax Raids to put on my GSA. So I was riding these with a bit of interest, thinking, what are these going to be like? Because they're more of a chunky tyre, but really nice tyres. Love the colour, love the bike. If I'm going to buy one of these, I have to get over the chain again, but, you know.
But you had a chain and, you know...
I had a chain and I got rid of that bike because of the issues with servicing, I think. It was just ridiculous. These aren't quite like that. So I'm very, very happy. If you want to come on a tour with us, riding one of these bikes, that would be awesome. So come on RiderCamTV tours, have a look at our website, which is RiderCamTV.com.
Well, you could add in that that's our channel. RiderCamTVTours.com is our tour.
RiderCamTVTours.com. Come on a tour with us.
Yeah, we won't get you lost.
Well, not for long anyway. See you soon.